My top 5 book recommendations for captains running businesses. Aye, Captain! Welcome back to Project Nyan. Today, you see a different background, a different setup altogether when compared to all my previous other videos is because I'm in my cozy hobby room. It's here I paint, I read and do a lot of other stuff. Recently, when I ran an AMA on Instagram, many of you asked me book recommendations, and I think it's something that feels like my field. So jumping right into it, I'll be sharing these recommendations based on complexity, type of read, and my quick review of what works and what doesn't. I hope they help you hook up to this habit of reading, and don't forget to share your favorite book titles with me too. So I too can benefit from reading them. By the way, if you're new here, this is Krupalini and I share life lessons here on my channel and work on collective wisdom. If you believe in learning from experiences, then do consider subscribing to the channel. Today, I want to share with you my top 5 business book recommendations for wannabe entrepreneurs or entrepreneurs on the run and are totally beginner-friendly books. The links to all the books in Audible, Kindle and book version is in the description box below. Before I jump in there, just a quick little thing to let you know. You might be seeing one version of me here on Project Nyan where I share life lessons. However, I run 3 enterprises, one which is product oriented, the other one which is into services, and the third one which is a social cause, which you see here on YouTube. All these 3 organizations put together, we clock in close to 30 million every year, and I think I can call myself an entrepreneur, and hence I'm jumping into this series of talking about books for entrepreneurs. And I believe these books made a difference to my life, and I think I want to share them with you as well. So jumping right into it, and here's my first book recommendation. Book 1, my current favorite, The Amazon Way and Amazon's 14 Leadership Principles by John Roseman. These 14 leadership principles include everything from obsessing over the customer, thinking big, and always insisting on the highest standards in whatever is the size of your organization. This book spills the bean on how, from just starting off from a small little garage, you become the world's most revolutionized organization. It's a book written by folks who worked and seen Jeff work from the initial days and have been a part of his leadership team, which shows how an entrepreneur can drill down companies' values and get everyone to think the Amazon way. Who is this book for? A newbie or someone running the organization for up to probably 4 years, and I'm sure you'll find this book hooking you up. It's for sure an inspirational book that I suggest everyone on the entrepreneurial journey should read. We'll give an insight into everything from customer management to team handling to expansion. Complexity, it's a beginner-friendly book and will surely leave you inspired. Type of read, easy. Not necessary that you should know the jargons of the industry. You will figure it out probably with the book. Time, I suggest you go 1 chapter at a time, sleep over it and see how you can use them in your current business. What kind of doesn't work is at times I feel a few concepts are dragged and repetitive and overdone, but I think you still will get the essence because it drills down those values and it's worth the time for sure. Second book is Eat That Frog by Brian Tracy. This is a simple and quick read book but will change you for life after the read. I think it's that tiny little book that you can read on a bus ride or whenever you have a couple of hours in hand. It gets you hooked to the concept of eating the frog the first thing in the morning. As simple as that. Who is this book for? If you're someone who procrastinates or you find it difficult to understand how to prioritize things, then this is for sure a good starter. It helps you to see why you should do the most difficult, nasty, difficult tasks the first thing the next day. I in fact would suggest this book to even those who are not entrepreneurs for a quick read. It's a simple but goodness loaded book. And who doesn't need an extra dose of prioritizing skills, maybe. The complexity is simple and very, very beginner friendly. Type of read is easy and anyone can do it. Time taken is probably a couple of hours, like I said. And what doesn't work? For one time, I think it fits the bill. You can give it a go, but I don't think I would read it again because you get the gist with just reading it once. So you can give it a go. The third book is Financial Intelligence, a manager's guide to knowing what the numbers really mean. This is by Karen Berman, and why you should read it is if you are a founder of an organization and not from a financial background, then you know what's the most dreaded task. It's the bookkeeping, P&L, accounting, and understanding that balance sheet is different from P&L sheet and weighing cash flows against profits, stakes, ESOP, and the list kind of just keeps going on. You know you need to look into your business numbers in order to make informed decisions, but do you really know what the numbers mean? This book is for non-financial managers and entrepreneurs just like me. It aims to bring the numbers to life with entertaining stories from real companies and without the complex jargon you're used to seeing whenever you deal with financial topics. Not only will it teach you to use your financial data in order to grow your business, but it will give you the confidence you need to really understand what the numbers mean. Who is this book for? Anyone who's working in a mid-sized organization and is on a leadership position, or an entrepreneur who runs a private limited in an Indian scenario, or someone who is running an organization making at least 10 million a year. Complexity is intermediate. Type of read is, like I said, intermediate to complex, depending on how good you are at finance and accounting. Time is a good 10 to 12 hours maybe. And what doesn't work is there are a few jargons and can get slightly overwhelming at times, but the aha moments weighs these factors out. Like the title of the previous book, Eat That Frog, you cannot escape this if you are growing your business. It's time to bring this to the front burner and understand your numbers. Book 4, The 4-Hour Work Week, Escape 9 to 5, Live Anywhere, and Join the New Rich by Timothy. This was a game changer book for me. It sings in chorus with the unconventional working style I have. I discovered this book a couple of years ago when it was a cult favorite and I had to give it a read, and I don't regret reading it. It ticks all the right boxes, from time management to people management to process to even details of how to select your VA or virtual assistant. If you're someone who micromanages and are finding it difficult to let go of the reins, but with confidence that the engine will run without you, then pick this book up. Timothy not just gives you theory, but in this book he goes into even smallest details of how to write those emails, how to communicate, how and when to let go. For sure, one of my top favorite books. Today, like I said, I successfully run 3 organizations and find enough time to work on passion projects because of a lot of recipes that are in this book. I know most of them wouldn't believe it. In spite of running 3 organizations, I still work a maximum of 30 hours maybe a week and not beyond that. I keep the rest of the time to tap into my creative juices or to brainstorm by myself. My calendar is never full, but that doesn't mean I accommodate anything and everything. Be it with my newest hire or with my co-founders, it will have designated space and time. So if you struggle with any of these areas or just can't figure out how to strike a balance with work and life, then pick this book up now. Who is this book for? Anyone who's a dreamer, entrepreneur, and wants to strike a balance between work and life. There is no better beginner-friendly book if you ask me, probably, and this is one of the best books that you can pick up. Complexity is easy and very inspiring read, absolutely jargon-free. Type of read is simple and you will want to keep reading and creating the tables and bringing those words into actions. And before I forget, the examples are based on mostly the Western countries, and you might need to tweak it to the area that you are from. but it works. Time is a good 8 to 10 hours maybe, and what doesn't work is if you are an employee and not ready to come out of that cycle, then you can skip this one because it wouldn't strike a chord, and it also is not a book for those who believe in burning midnight oil or those who think hard work and only working your ass off is work. You might not connect with this concept at all. Nothing wrong at all if that's where you are at this moment, but give this one a skip maybe. Book 5, Measure What Matters by John Doerr. This was a no-brainer. For those of you who know me professionally or have been working with me or have been coached for your startup, then you know this one would be coming. This is the book on OKRs. The book is wholly and solely on OKRs and why they work, and pages of examples to prove it right. Many businesses fail to execute on their best opportunities. They want to achieve great things, but they don't have a system for managing focus, alignment, and accountability. Measure What Matters explains how OKRs can help organizations to thrive. The approach applies to teams of all sizes. Startups need to be pulling in the same direction, scaling organizations need to share language of execution, and larger organizations need to improve alignment. In each case, OKRs can help. In one line, it's how you get everyone to work towards a common goal in your organization. It's just simply that. It's an anthem in the glory of objectives and key results. Who is this book for? If you're working for a large-sized organization, either at a managerial position or an employee, or if you're an entrepreneur, I feel it's a book for all of us. It answers a lot of questions on why systems and organizations function in a certain way for employees and for leaders and entrepreneurs. It makes it easy to convert that vision into actionable goals. And the complexity, trust me, is easy and very, very inspiring. A few HR jargons are in for sure, but you will get a hang of it. Type of read is simple and you'll get the gist of it very, very soon. Thereafter, it's only to reiterate and clear all questions on your mind. Time is 4 to 6 hours maybe, I'm not sure. It might go a little longer. What doesn't work? Personally, for me, it felt like there was an overdose of examples which kind of felt repetitive on the end goal. But it could just be me because I knew these concepts earlier, and maybe for a first timer, this will be the perfect best shot. There you go. These were my top 5 beginner-friendly entrepreneurial books. Let me know in the comment section below, how do you find this video and what are your favorite picks? The links to all the books in Audible, Kindle and the hardbind version is in the description box below. If you buy it from the links below, a small portion of your sale will be contributed to the business I run here and will help me in buying more books. So do consider it. Also, this is the first time ever I'm wearing the business hat on this channel. Would be interesting to see how my family here will receive it. Do show some love and give me your honest feedback. If you want to watch more such videos, I would love to share them here. With that, we call it a day here, and I will see you on the next video. Sending you all loads of love and hugs as always. Take care. Signing off, your Krupalini.